And in your line of work, could you please like take us through how a typical day in your life would look like? Like say, how after you wake up, and maybe how the day progresses until evening. Yeah.
Yeah, so a typical day for me as an engineer working for a cruise line would be I wake up at around 5:30, be prepared by 6. By 6:30, I'm in the office. Of course, waiting for my supervisor who would come at around 7. Uh, we would do some discussions, recap what happened yesterday, the previous day, some projects that are maybe continuing, discuss those, and then chat a plan for the day. Yeah, and then we would go into our designated workloads, I can call them. So for me, mostly it was ensuring that the machinery is operating properly. So going to check out the parameters, which mostly entailed things to do with pressure, temperature, going to record them, and then bringing the reports back to my supervisors. And then, yeah, because most of the time the machines are usually running good. But if something happens for whatever reason, then now we have to go into repairs. So maybe look for work permits to do the repairs, or if it's something which cannot be repaired and we have to outsource the service, now we have to like make a report so that we can get expertise from outside the company to come and do the job. Yep.
So
And then
that's
lunch breaks. Of course, we had lunch breaks at around 1. No, around 12 to 1. And then, of course, we had tea breaks, the usual tea breaks, between 4 to 5. And then my day would end at around 5:30. At 5:30, try to do something fun. Of course, go take a shower and then maybe go to the gym, or go to the mall or something, or enjoy yourself. Maybe go to a restaurant or something. Yeah.
great, great. The U.S. and most first world countries, first world in quotes, because I don't really subscribe to that. Most first world countries usually have this narrative of success and prosperity that they usually portray in most of the media they share. So in the content they export. So that's movies, music, the culture. There's usually that narrative that they usually try to portray, which is very good for tourism and like making your country the ultimate destination. So talk to us about the narrative you had of the states that you had already consumed from maybe from childhood to the time you are moving there through movies, music, and how actually things are on ground. Talk to us about that contrast and how you feel if they've achieved that narrative or if it's a false narrative in quotes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, I would look at it in two ways. Some of the things that some of the ideas I had about the states that were really true, and some of those that I found out to be different. So the first one was I got to know. I always thought that people from the states are really expressive, and it's true. It's actually really true because when I was interacting, maybe even with kids in the U.S., they're very articulate. Some of them they already know what they want in terms of situations. Yeah, situational, that is. They know how to express themselves. They know what they want. They will tell you, I want this and not this. Compared to like back at home here in Kenya, we don't. Many of the kids, especially growing up, they were not very expressive. But in the U.S., they're very, very expressive. Something that I thought, something that was not necessarily true was that the U.S. is I mean, that the US is all nice, I can say, and then just fun and everything. No, I mean, there's some sides of the US where people have to work hard. There's some sides of the people where there's some places in the US where people really struggle and people have to really dig deep so that they can survive. So that's something which I think it was downgraded in my mind before I went. But then I came to realize that, yeah, of course, there are people who struggle in the US, and it's not always everybody just being prosperous. Yeah.
Cool stuff, cool stuff. Again, let's circle back to 2012.
Yeah.
Just before the onset of your education journey, if you had three things to say to 2012, so that's maybe 19, no, 14, 15-year-old Bungei,
Yeah.
what would those three things be?
I would say look at the bigger picture, and as you're looking at the bigger picture, look for small ways that can help you to attain or to get to that bigger picture. Because many times I think throughout my journey I was just always looking at the bigger picture, just trying to be impactful, just looking at the big things in life and not necessarily seeing ways in which I can push myself to get to that big picture. And from what I've learned through life is that you have to be able to do the small things so that you can do the big things.